Good morning and buenos dias, Barnsley Bears. I hope you are having a great week. Today is Thursday, jueves, May 6, 6 de mayo de 2021. Get ready for the Pledge of Allegiance.
Pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Now for our Barnsley Peace Pledge. Repeat after me. I'm respectful, responsible, and ready for success. With effort, I can and I will achieve. I will make this world a better place because I am part of the Barnsley community. Poetry is all around us. Listen to this story about a boy named Daniel who discovers that all types of creatures can find poetry in our world.
Hello and welcome back to another edition of Sankofa Read Aloud. Today's story is titled Daniel Finds a Poem, written by Misha Archer. I hope that you enjoy this beautiful story. Daniel knows all about the rocks, trees, and animals in the park. On Monday morning, Daniel sees something new on the park gate. A sign reads, Poetry in the Park, Sunday at 6 o'clock. What is poetry? Daniel says. He looks up in surprise when he hears Spider say, To me, poetry is when morning dew glistens. On Tuesday, Daniel climbs the old oak tree. He sees Squirrel. Squirrel, do you know what poetry is? Poetry is when crisp leaves crunch, Squirrel tells him. On Wednesday, Daniel calls into Chipmunk's hole. Chipmunk, can you tell me what poetry is? Poetry. Poetry is a home with many windows and old stone walls. On Thursday, Daniel makes a boat with a leaf for a sail and watches the wind carry it across the pond. He calls quietly to Frog, Excuse me, Frog, what is poetry? Poetry, says Frog, is a cool pool to dive into. On Friday, Daniel parts the cattails and finds Turtle. Hello, Turtle. I have a question. Do you know what poetry is? I think poetry is sun-warmed sand, Turtle says. On Saturday afternoon, Daniel finds Cricket in the shade of the slide. When the shadows are long, Cricket fills the air with music. Is this poetry to you, Cricket? Singing at twilight when the day is done. Indeed it is, Daniel. That night, moonlight fills Daniel's room. He hears a hoo leaning from his window. He calls out to Owl. Owl, what is poetry? Oh, poetry. Poetry is bright stars in the branches, moonlight on the grass, and silent wings to take me wherever I go. Good night, dear Daniel, she whispers, and flies off into the night. On Sunday, the sun wakes up Daniel. He is happy when he remembers it's Sunday. Today is poetry in the park, says Daniel, and I have a poem. Morning dew glistens, crisp leaves crunch. There's a home with many windows in the old stone wall. Cool pools to dive in, sun-warmed sand to lie in, singing at twilight when the day is done. bright stars in the branches, moonlight on the grass, and silent wings to take me wherever I go. On the way home, Daniel stops to watch the sunset sky reflecting in the pond. That looks like poetry to me. To me too, says Dragonfly.
Now close your eyes and breathe and get ready for a Barnsley mindfulness moment. Breathe in and out and relax. Now for the Barnsley morning messages. We have a lot of birthdays to celebrate today. Christopher Arazos, Ricardo de Leon, James Perez Garcia, Jahara Pierre Taylor, and Haley Pineda. Happy birthday! Some wonderful poetry by Mrs. McNeil's fifth graders who studied Emily Dickinson, a famous poet. These haikus are written to tribute the reverence for nature and the changing of seasons. This link is also in the slideshow if you want to read some more.
In our virtual classrooms, we are ready to learn when we are seated upright in a learning position.
Estamos sentados bien y listos para aprender.
We are focused and pay attention.
Estamos enfocados y prestamos atención.
We are active participants.
Participamos con ánimo.
And we are respectful with our words, actions, and content.
Somos respetuosos con nuestras palabras y acciones.
Remember to be kind, think positively, and have a thrilling Thursday.
This is Mrs. Trofkin, your principal. We miss you. We hope you have a wonderful day of learning. And remember that we are a school family and Barnsley bears care.